Hello, beautiful people. Carl here from Brrraaains A Head-Banging Life. gbhblofficial for short, and it's reaction time. Takedown Festival reaction time, as the festival is getting ever closer. In fact, running out of these videos, not got many left to share with you or to put out there, as the festival is due to take place basically in the next couple of weeks. Of course, Takedown Festival, if you don't know, takes place in Portsmouth at the Portsmouth Guildhall of all places. How cool. I've never been there. I'm really looking forward to experiencing it. Of course, it takes place on Friday the 3rd of April and Saturday the 4th of April, with like a sort of 3/4 day on the 3rd. Doors at 4 p.m, where Saturday's a more full day with doors at 1 p.m. Tons of bands across the entire weekend. The 2 days, so many bands, you know, from the headliners Therapy and present, of course, Therapy replacing Phil Campbell and the Bastard Sons, to the likes of the Wild Hearts, Wargasm, As It Is, The Horror, Mason Hill, Safa Salem, Grumblebee, The Fear, Mouth Culture, Zetra. So many amazing bands are going to be playing this festival. We're going to check one out, one that I have some familiarity with, having covered their music and having seen them live a few years ago at a little place in London supporting Calva Louise. It's Tropic Gold, who are on, let me just remind myself, I believe on the Saturday. Yes, they are on the Saturday, so one of the many bands there that you can experience, get your hands on and try and decide if you're going to see. We still don't have times yet. We don't have times yet, but you can kind of work out by now that there's gonna be clashes and you're going to experience some, so who knows. They're not high on my list purely because I've seen them live before and they weren't that great personally, but that was a few years ago and there's been plenty of music since, so I am quite excited to sort of hear what's going on with them. We're going to check out Holy Horror, which is about a year-old track from the EP Sick to the Death of Everything. Yeah, actually it was released last year, January last year, in fact, 2025. So we're going back a bit here, but because I haven't kept up with their music, so let's kind of sit here together, check out Holy Horror by Tropic Gold and see if it kind of reignites my interest in the band.
If I could take away your pain and taste it for myself, I wouldn't hesitate. I'd take it, I would take it just to try to see if I would hurt like you portray. But when I wake up from home, I can't sit cause when you take a different part of me, I'll just take a seat and run away. If you see me smile, I think it's okay. When you take a different part of me, I fucking love that.
That's cool. Cause when you take a different part of me, I'll just take So what do we think? Initially, when it kind of started off, you know, the electronica, the melody, the vocals, there was nothing particularly inspiring or that exciting about that. But, you know, it did get better. It did get better. I like it getting heavier. I like the chorus. I think it's got quite an anthemic property, but it's all very familiar. It's all a bit like, okay, a lot of modern alternative bands are doing a lot of the same stuff, and there's no kind of arguing the fact that Tropic Gold slip into that territory as well. I don't think it's a bad track. I think, like I said, it's anthemic, and when it's heavy, I really dig that. There's definitely some headbanging moments. I think you probably even get like a little bit of a pick going to that, but there's just something about it that just isn't quite connecting for me. I find myself bored. Like, that's what happens. And it's what I remember happening at the show I saw. And it's happened here again, where I'm just like, yeah, this is nice. And, oh, I don't mind that. And that's pretty cool. But also, I'm a little bit bored. And am I going to remember this long term? And this realization that probably not. And that's not a great feeling. I think they're the kind of band that will definitely pull in a decent crowd. I think they're a band that's got loads of fans as well. People that really like what they do. But I don't know, man. I'm missing something. Clearly, and this isn't my first go, like I said, a couple of years ago, the Omeria in London, supporting Calvin Louise, they were the first band on, and I remember I reread my review before jumping on this video, and I said, you know, I was like, okay, just wasn't the greatest night, and I wasn't that engaged with them, and unfortunately I think that might be kind of a running theme with the band, but I don't think what they're doing is bad by any stretch. Like I said, particularly when they hit those nice heavy groovy parts. And there's nothing wrong with the clean singing, of course. It's quite breathy, it's quite nice for the most part, but all of it together just isn't really resonating, and it's a shame. It's a shame. But hey ho, Takedown, who knows, I might end up catching a bit of it because, you know, where you end up, you know, wandering around, oh, what's going on here? Let me check out this band. Oh, it's Tropic Gold. Let me watch a bit of it. That kind of thing. Who knows? But they're not high on my priority list, I am afraid. But are they high on yours? Do you hear what I'm saying and going, what are you talking about? Holy Horror is the bomb. Let me know in the comments. Thank you very much for watching. We really do appreciate it. If you like what you've seen, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It does make a difference. Of course, you can find us at gbhbl.com and across almost all social media platforms. So do check us out there. If you really, really want to support us, though, consider buying us a coffee over on our coffee page. Thank you very much.